Satyrs were male creatures who inhabited woodlands and forests in Greek mythology. They often accompanied Dionysus, and were frequently depicted in art and myth as members of the god's ecstatic entourage, an entourage, by the way, which included not only satyrs but the wild women known as Maenads or Bacchantes. Satyrs are commonly known as male creatures in Greek mythology. The earliest depictions of satyrs in Greek art show them as humanoid creatures with the ears and tails of horses. They were often portrayed as being half-man, half-horse, with the horse parts being those of a male horse. This suggests that satyrs were initially conceived of as male creatures in Greek mythology. In addition to their physical appearance, the behavior of satyrs in Greek mythology also points to them being male. Satyrs were known for their lustful and mischievous nature, often engaging in drunken revelry and pursuing nymphs and mortal women. They were also known for their love of music and dancing, often playing the flute and participating in Dionysian rituals. These traits align with traditional notions of masculinity in ancient Greek society, further solidifying the idea that satyrs were male creatures. Furthermore, satyrs were closely associated with Dionysus, the god of wine, fertility, and ecstatic revelry. In many myths and artistic representations, satyrs are depicted as the devoted followers and companions of Dionysus, participating in his wild and uninhibited celebrations. As a male deity, Dionysus was often accompanied by male satyrs, further reinforcing the idea that they were male creatures in Greek mythology. However, it is worth noting that while satyrs are primarily depicted as male in Greek mythology, there are some variations and interpretations that challenge this notion. In some ancient sources, there are references to female satyrs, known as satyresses or silenides. These female counterparts to satyrs were said to possess similar characteristics, such as a love of revelry and a wild, untamed nature. One such example of a female satyr is the character of Echo in the myth of Echo and Narcissus. In some versions of the myth, Echo is described as a mountain nymph who was transformed into a satyr-like creature as punishment for her involvement in a love affair. This transformation is often portrayed as a physical change, with Echo taking on the appearance of a creature with both human and animal features, similar to a satyr. Additionally, there are artistic representations of female satyrs in ancient Greek and Roman art. These depictions often show female figures with the legs and tail of a horse, similar to the traditional appearance of male satyrs. While these representations are not as common as those of male satyrs, they do suggest that the idea of female satyrs existed in the ancient world. In conclusion, while satyrs are most commonly depicted as male creatures in Greek mythology, there are some references and interpretations that suggest the existence of female satyrs. The traditional portrayal of satyrs as male is deeply rooted in ancient Greek art and myth, but the presence of female counterparts and alternative interpretations adds complexity to the understanding of these mythical creatures. Whether male or female, satyrs continue to captivate and intrigue audiences with their wild and untamed nature in the rich tapestry of Greek mythology.